live right now. Hold on. Let me make sure I have the original file, original project, mentorship. Okay, which week was this one? Week one or two? Yeah, week
It was
one.
week 1. Yeah.
Yeah, week one,
Oh
project
yeah.
one.
Oh yeah. Week 2 would have been way easier. I kind of wish I did start on that one though.
No, I think you chose the right one. And you were smart because what you did was exactly what I told people to do, to like pretty much like start perfecting it one by one, like section by
Right.
section. Don't try to go and skip parts. You know what I mean? Like
That's exactly what I did. Because if I would have skipped parts, I probably would have had other stuff done, but some stuff at the top would have probably not have been as good looking.
exactly, yeah. All right, so hold on. Make sure. Okay, so this one's on. All right, cool. All right. Chit. You already know. It's your boy Joe back at it again, man. Codingphase.com. Your boy's back and out and did it again. Yeah, we in here with your boy Cam. Cam, what up?
Hey, not much. It's ready for this session.
Word, man. Your boy's back and he done did it again. Yeah. Yo, Cam, so how was your week, man?
Oh, it was tough. I had a long work week. Like you were talking about, I had to do some extra hours. I actually just got off work today because one of our cashiers quit. So
God bless her. Yeah.
They've been dropping like flies.
People go in, it's like, yo, 1 week, no notice. It's like, yo, I'm here for 1 week. I ain't giving no notice. I ain't showing up. Yo, forget that check, yo. People crazy. But yeah, man. So we're gonna start it off by actually going into the project itself. So I'm gonna share my screen. Okay, so this is the original project, right? So this is how things are supposed to look. Here's the header. Here's the top section, which is like a slider. All right. Here we have the logos. Here's a section for the Air Jordans. Okay. Then we have the images here. And then from there, we have the other sections. Okay. It's a lot of sections, actually.
Yeah.
It's a lot of damn sections. Okay. So let's go to what Cam actually did. And I'm actually impressed. I like it. I like what he did here. Definitely looks dope. One thing that I will point out is like something that he pointed out too was the responsiveness of it. I don't know if you see like this stuff here, also to this section here. I mean, but let's go to to a section where it's actually is good and everything is working fine. Like right here. I think that's like probably this the size of your screen. This is the screen that you was actually working on. But this is super dope, right? Like Cam did all of this stuff straight HTML, CSS. Like there's no images in here. Like all of this stuff is all HTML, CSS. You can actually select it. Like that's how you're supposed to do things. The header looks nice and clean. Let me see. Got the search, got the bag, got the apparel. Everything is good. Everything is definitely good. Definitely I could see you try to put in the bag and the number, you could just literally just made a circle there and it would have been fine. You get what I'm saying? So
Right.
that's fine. You could fix that in no time. I like the slider section here. This is pretty legit. Like, let me see. You actually did this thing. Like, I was like thinking in my head, I'm like, most people, they're not gonna be able to do this thing.
Right.
So like Cam went all out. Like you really, to be honest with you, I feel like for everything that you have here, like you just on this, like you did a lot of difficult parts. You know, you got a lot of stuff done. Okay. You know, definitely one thing I will say is trying to center this, right? You could put in another div around these and then have that div to be centered of whatever this area is here for that element. So like that, you could actually control it and give it that padding of like that. All right. You know what I mean? So that's the only thing I would say for this section. Just put it inside of another div so you could have more control of that. And then you could actually move things down and everything will look good. Okay. Now let me see. Hold on. All right. So you got the logos. Logos definitely look good. Only thing I will say, there's like a border around them, like border top and border bottom.
Yeah, you know, I forgot to do that.
1 pixel, you know, so you could just knock that out. Then we got here limited release Air Jordan, you know, so this is looking good. I would say maybe what can we do here? Maybe just make it a little bit smaller and put in like a container, like a little, well, a div, right? So you do have a section here. Maybe you did it like what, 50%?
Yeah, 50%, I think.
Yeah, so this is actually smaller than 50%. So maybe put this at 40, and then the other one at 50. So this, I don't know why it moved up, but if you say width, let's say 60%, it should be fine. And it actually looks a little bit better. And even inside of this, like let's say, yeah, like at 60, 40, 60, it'll be fine. Right? So it definitely looks good. Let me see the button. The button, the font on it should be a little bit bigger. Let me see. Yeah, I think it looks good. Definitely looks good. So that looks good for sure. Then you got this other section here.
Oh yeah, this took some time too.
Yeah, I can imagine. Maybe, let me see. Fonts are fine. A low line height, right? The line height gotta be bigger on the fonts. You see how that space between them?
Right.
That's the line height. So if you go in there and be like, okay, inspect, let's say H3, say line height, say 1.5, right? Now it's more closer to that. So the line height is what was missing from it. I think this is fine. You know, what I will say is just the padding. There's definitely a bigger padding here than what you got here. Let's see, inspect element. Yeah, this items area. See, like I don't think you even had a padding on this. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I did.
You had a what? What was it that you was using? You got Jordan area, margin top. Yeah, nah. This, don't use margin for this situation, because you got to think about it like this. Every section is just a section, right? Margin is to push something away from you, right? So when you say, okay, this section is this height, right? You want to give that padding inside of the section, not to push it from outside, because now that's what you did here. So this section here should be, this Jordan area should be like, let's say padding, say 100 pixels, and let's say 25 pixels left and right, or you could even do more. Let's say 100 pixels left and right. Now, probably like a 50, 50 pixels left and right will look good, and like 100, 150 pixels on top for the padding. All right. Now, that's just for that. And then you will do the same thing for this one. This one should have a padding on it. Let's see, you got div. So let's see, you got items. Then you have a table row. Oh, you actually did this with tables?
Mm-hmm.
How was that?
Well, it was tough.
Yeah. You know how difficult tables are. How long did this take you?
Like maybe 3 hours.
Whoa. Props.
Yeah, when I did it, I was like, I know it's an easier way, but I'm already doing this, so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I mean it works. It actually works. You know, it's just sometimes freaking tables don't want to play nice. You know, so you actually skilled it. Like that's actually a skill. To actually be good with tables, that's a fucking skill. You know. All right, now let's see what else.
That's pretty much it.
The button. Let me see. Yeah, the button. The fonts should be bigger. Definitely should be bigger. But then from there, I see what you was trying to do. That's fine. So at the end, you didn't get to finish all the other parts. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4. You got 4 sections done, right? That's great. That's still fine. Like so far, I'll be honest. This is the one that I'm mostly impressed with because there's more attention to detail on this than all the other ones so far. So yeah, I feel like you spend more time to perfecting every section more than everybody else. Like I feel like everybody was trying to rush to get all the whole page done, and it's like you got to finish the section that you're working on to be able to move on to the next one. Like even on this one, right? Like this is exactly what I said. I don't know if I said it on this to you or I said it to somebody else, where it's like, hey, if I'm on the header, if the header is 90% done, that's okay. I'll come back to it later, right? And then you can move on to the next one, right? But if the header was done 40% in and you're like, okay, it's 40% in, I'm gonna jump to the next thing. It's like, no, it's like finish this, then jump to this, and then jump to this, and then jump to this until you're done with the last section, or to have it at least in a presentable way. It doesn't have to be perfect, but somewhere like presentable. Unless you have it to that level, you can't jump to the next line. Okay, so yeah, going back to you, Cam, I think so far from this week, you know, you have definitely surprised me. Yeah, good job, kid. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, I was worried because I was like, I'm spending so much time doing all these, these little things, and I'm like, man, someone's gonna probably blow me out of the water because I'm spending a lot of time on stuff.
Yeah, no, but that's the idea of it. Like, you know, a website like this, you know, people think like it's gonna get done in 1-2 days. Like, it doesn't work like that. In real life, what happens is you're gonna go in there, they're gonna give you a design, and then from there you're gonna have, 3 days to go in and put in the prototype. What you have so far is what you would do 3 days in, 3-4 days in of the prototype, right? Then from there, somebody will come in, QA it, and be like, okay, you gotta fix this, you gotta fix that. Then from there, you go and fix it, right? Then from there, that's not even done, because then now you gotta do the sliders. Now you gotta go in there and make the JavaScript for the freaking slider, and you want it to slide exactly how you want it, right? So you know what I mean? Like, it's gonna take you time, so don't worry about it. You actually did out of everybody that I've seen so far, you actually did the best work because every section was presentable. It's like you went in there and said, okay, I'm not going to jump to the next part until at least this section is presentable. I can show it to somebody or looks 90% close to what the design is. You know what I mean? So I'm very surprised, Cam. You know, I'm happy for you. I feel like I've seen you flourished on the channel. You know, next thing we know, Cam is working at XYZ company, and now he bougie. You know what I mean? Now, you know, it's like no more OKC. He's at Austin, or he's like at San Francisco somewhere. Now you start seeing Cam with a suit on, and you know, it's like OG Cam is gone. You know what I mean? So y'all better enjoy your boy Cam for now, because you know how people be. Once they get big, they gone. You don't see them no more. So right now we get Cam all the time. People be like, man, we see Cam all the time in the chat room. He's good. He's family. All right. Once Cam gets that little pocket change, it's like, hey.
I'll still be there. I'll still be there.
Nah, son, I'm telling you, you definitely improve. I really hope that, you know, you're taking this serious, and, you know, because I see you've been doing a lot of work. You've been following along. You know, you even go to the website to my website. You've done the courses from Udemy. You've really put that work in. I think, you know, give yourself like another month of like just perfecting everything. And I don't know what level you're at with JavaScript right now. Are you like very comfortable, or?
I'm pretty comfortable. I'm probably intermediate level.
Okay, so you're doing good. I think, Cam, I'll be honest with you, like, you know, you need to start working on your portfolio and start applying for jobs, like straight up, like you at that level, because all these little things that you're finding from this video, this project, those are the things that you're gonna use at every company out there, right? Those attention to detail, making sure that everything looks good and, you know, presentable, like that's gonna take you, you know, very far. So it's like, just start applying. Like, to be honest with you, just start applying. Like, there's a million freaking you know, how you call this, recruiters out there looking for people to work, especially like where you live at. Like, I know there's definitely got to be jobs out there that are not being filled because the skills is not there, or people just don't want to put in the time to actually, you know, learn this stuff. So just go for the jobs, man, because you're ready. I'm telling you, I could tell, like, you're ready. I got to see how your JavaScript level is at now. And then from there, I will say, hey, man, you good, you golden. Start applying for those jobs, and don't be scared to just show up and be like, yo, this is the skills I got. But one thing that I will say is, when you show up to an interview, have like 4 or 5 projects solid. Like this, once you finish this, or even if, you know, because we're going to jump into other projects, and I'm going to tell you guys more about it. Right now, I'm not going to tell you about it, but later on, I'm going to come out once I edit the whole video, I do everything for everybody. Then from there, what I'm going to do is at the end, it's going to be a section where I explain the next project. Right, so you gotta wait just like everybody else for tomorrow to watch it and see project 2. Right, so then from there, just knock it out. You know, get your stuff. You could definitely use this website as part of your portfolio. Like all this stuff that you're building, even those sites that you're building. Like let's say if you're doing the restaurant web app, right, on my website. If you do that, go ahead, put that for your portfolio. Like you have enough projects out there. So long as you have like 5 solid projects, you're gonna be good. You know, and just start applying. You know, don't be afraid to go to the job interviews. Don't be afraid to really just be like, hey, even if somebody comes into you and be like, hey, we're gonna give you 25 an hour, 30 an hour, just take it. It's your first job, right? You know, some people come in and be like, oh, there's people making 90,000, so I should be making 90,000. And I was like, you have nobody trusts you yet. Nobody knows you. You know what I mean? Like if nobody knows you, how the hell they gonna freaking give you a job and for a high paid job? Like wait your turn, give yourself some time. You know, go in, put in the work, give yourself a year, and then from there jump to that 80, 90, $100,000. You know what I mean? But give yourself that time. You know, and don't be scared to start applying.
Yeah, I only get paid $8 an hour right now, so I mean, I'd be cool with 25.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, like it's all a grind, man. It's all a grind, and also too is like I would say, just be thankful. Like some people come in, I get emails like, "Hey Joe, I'm applying to jobs, and it seems like people want me to work, for like 18, $25 an hour, depending on my skills." And it's like, you got to prove your skills. Like if you go to an interview and you show, hey, I got this project, this project, this project. I know how to do this. I know how to deploy a website. I know how to use MySQL. I know how to use PHP. The person is going to give you the top money that they have for that position, right? Somebody comes in and say, hey, we're going to give a job to somebody from $18 to $25. A college student who just came in, he's going to get $18 because he has no skills. He has no portfolio. He's never done this. So we're going to have to tell him what to do. And we're going to have to give him time to catch up with us, right? But if you go over there and you have all your stuff, all your projects, and you're showing, hey, once you put me in, coach, I'm showing buckets, right? If you come in with that state of mind, they're going to be like, yo, this kid is not going to waste no time. We're going to give him projects, and we're going to get a lot out of them, right? So now from there, they're going to give you whatever is the maximum that, the maximum that they have for that position. And that's what you should strive for and try to get. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, we in here, Ken. Yeah, but yeah, Cam, man. So what do you think about this whole project? That, what was the things that you had most issues in?
I mean, really, I emailed you about this like probably the first couple of days. I had trouble with the header for some reason. I don't know. It was just like different things I had to tweak. And then after that, I had a little trouble with, doing the shoe section, but kind of getting the positioning right. But once I figured it out, I was like, okay, I'm just going to stop emailing Joe and just, figure it out. That's really what I was doing.
Yeah, no, that's great, man. I think you definitely pulled it off. I think you probably did it better than me. If I would have, seen this, I would have been like, oh man, maybe I'll use an image. Especially for the Nike freaking facing down. Like maybe I would have used the image, but you skilled it. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. Like you went in. Like there's times that even I'm lazy. You know what I mean? So you definitely skilled it. So I'm really proud of you and happy for you. Yeah, and just work a little bit on the position, because I'm now looking into the code. I'm looking at the thing. Is actually like a H2, and you're using like a border, a bottom 790. I mean, there's little things here and there. Right. Like you could go in there and tweak it. Like it looks good, but then later on it could become a problem if for whatever reason you was to keep this to be to keep it to be a website that you might use in the future. Like if you was to go in there and try to make a slider out of this, it's gonna be difficult controlling all those elements on the way how you actually positioned it. But as far as that, if I was to be like, hey, for the look and how it looks right now, everything is perfect, right? So definitely, man. Yo, I appreciate it, Cam. I'm gonna edit the videos and I'll see you tomorrow. All right. Yeah. So make sure you tune in, watch the next project, start working as soon as possible. I'm going to add the projects right there. And yeah, as soon as that gets done, next week is the same thing. Next week, I'm gonna try to set everybody in for like, next week is like, let's not waste no time. Compress your folder, put it into a zip file, do the same thing, send it to me. Next week, I'm gonna go in, we're gonna record the video and try to get everything done in 20 minutes. Because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set up, I don't know what time is good for you. Like
really Fridays are, I'm pretty free. Like I pretty much schedule my Fridays off the next few weeks. So
okay. So pretty much what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna schedule you in at 9 o'clock, and then we're gonna have at 9:15 from 9 to 9:20, and then at 9:20 I'm gonna do somebody else, and then like that continue knocking things out. All right,
Cam.
So I'll see you later, man. Take care.
Yeah, appreciate it.